Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to dive into a kind of unexpected little game that Wizards of the Coast allowed me to be a part of. I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably seen it on Twitch or everything. This will probably be coming out tomorrow. I have no clue at all what to expect with this. I've received some emails, but even those I didn't read fully or didn't understand fully what was going on. But this is what I know so far. The dungeons hold 10 yet unreleased cards. So we have 10 new cards to find and spoil here today. Will you be able to find them all? Make sure to keep your wits about you if you don't want to end up on the ethereal plane. Although maybe you should go to explore that too. All right, so we'll see. Everything else is just information I don't really know. So we are going to go ahead and just dive into this. And here we go. Walk through this door when I'm ready. All right. All right. Wait, this is all stuff I was doing before. Where's my... Oh, what just happened? It's like not working this time. I already did all this stuff. All right, when I'm ready, walk through here. Did that. Okay, it's going now. It's going. Where'd my camera go? There it is. Okay, there we got it. All right, so looks like we have a lot of people on here. We're just gonna be having some fun. I don't know what all I need to do, like if I'm talking with a bunch of other people on this or what's going on. I have my audio going to my recording program and this at the same time, and so hopefully everything's good. Welcome to Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Oh, there's like it's a book. There's a whole book over here. The wind moans through the pines, the darkness between the trees endless and deep. Beyond this point, anything could lurk in wait. A long, winding path snakes up the mountainside, calling to you in a lonely voice. Shrugging your pack higher, on your back, you follow it away from the light and warmth of your campfire. Ooh, Dalali. All right, so we're walking away. Make sure to set your name. All right, I have my name set as MTG Jeff. If you can, keep your camera and mic on for best experience. All right, so keep everything on. To interact with highly highlighted objects and NPCs, press X. Oh, he's highlighted. Press X. Skeleton, well done. You can interact with NPCs and objects by pressing X. Ho, ho. Amazing. And my face goes up there, which is cool. All right. We have some other people around here, some staff, MJ. All right. And these are actual players, I believe. Let's see who's all is on right now. I don't know if any, like who's all on here. I don't recognize any names off of the quick one there. But yeah, Ingrid Nerd Girl. I actually don't know too many people on here. But sure, why not? Sweet. All right. Let's keep going on. Approach mod or message in private if you have any issues. I don't think I have issues. Hopefully, like people can't hear me talking right now. Oh, I just ran into somebody and they started their face showed up. That's weird. Please be kind to other guests. Racism, homophobia. Yeah, okay. We're all good there. Have fun. Adventure. Press G to go through other players. Oh. Why I can't go, just press G? I can't go through this person though. It's not actually working. It should work, but it's also not. So that's awesome. All right, whatever. All right, so I can interact with the tents, do everything else. So we are trying to find cards here. So let's see what we have. Look at these look comfortable, but they belong to someone else. Should have packed your own. Torches blaze, illuminating a relief of ancient stones. Once this place might have been a grand hall of some sort of dwarven make or other ancient civilization. Adventurers from far and wide through the hall, all of you gather here before descending into the bowels of the mountain. You resolve to take a few moments to gather yourself before heading off on your journey. Alrighty. Did I check this one? Yeah, push it back to my own. All right, cool. Book. Blacksmith. If you need any tools for trials ahead, well, you might have to come back later. I'm sold out of swords currently. All right. Rude. I just want a sword, man. Can I interact with this book that's on the ground? No, just the tents. Cleric. All right, so I can probably heal myself there if I need to. Did they say there's like any carvings on the walls? Fighter. You must gather your party before venturing forth. Wait. Sorry. I'm thinking of someone else. So I guess I'm just going to go then. Greetings, this is a space for practicing the various skills and abilities you will need to progress further into the mountain. Feel free to spend as much time here as you like. Sweet. Dude, this is fun. All right, another adventure find will reset the traps. Oh, yay. Oh, traps send me back to the beginning. Got it. So I can press E to respawn back. All right, so I have to make it through without touching any of the things. Got skills. Got skills. I feel like this is something I'm never worried about until it's like I have to prove myself. And then suddenly I'm like, we're going to mess up. Ooh. Ahead of you stands the great hulking entrance to the dungeon. 5 ancient faces carved into stone staring down at you as if sizing you up. You don't know if you feel worthy to take this momentous journey, but you've already come this far. I didn't go through all the other training stuff, though, but we're going to do it. Why ever not? All right, 5 paths to choose from. Choose wisely. All right.
MTG Jeff.
Yo, what's up, Nathan? How's it going?
You look like you've got your audio routed somewhere else because you're streaming. So I'm just going to wave hi to your chat.
Hello. All right, yeah.
I'm going to head to the tavern where I think there's a party happening. So, good to see you. Hi, Alex. Bye, Alex.
All right, so it looks like my audio is routed to you guys here instead, and so I'm not sure if I can change that otherwise, but I'll have to try to do my best to make sure I can still communicate with people, whatever. I believe I can use a chat box or whatever, something like that, so should be fine. Looks like I have some chats here today. All right, whatever. I think I have everything good. I could probably change it to another one here, but we'll try it for now. Yeah. That's fine. It's all good. Hopefully, I'm not sure if I even have my audio working. No, I did hear him through this, so that's fine. Okay, yeah, we're good. No clue what's going on here, but yeah, this is pretty sweet. We have a lot of people hopping on here. Awesome. All right, well, we get to choose between the different colors. It's either white or green for me. I think green always has the best stuff, and so we'll go down the green path this time. It looks more interesting than the white version. So 4 adventurers sit around the campfire, talking quietly across the flames. One of them roasts meat on a stick, while another pulls out a flask to share around to the others. They seem as though they've been traveling together for a long time. You decide to join them in and learn what you can. I did not decide to do that. You can just tell me to do that. Okay, I want to do it. More wine? I would love some. If you head into the high forest, take care. The monsters there have been usually active, and the forest dwellers usually secretive. I suspect there's something amiss. Oh, another traveler. Take a seat. I think there's room. You should get your rest while you can. You'll need your strength if you're planning on to venture into the high forest. All right, cool. Warrior. The high forest? I've been there a few times, but it's never felt like this before. Like what? Well, you'll understand when you get there. You can't interact with this tent now. Something's dead over here. All right, I don't have a weapon. Like, am I supposed to have a weapon before I get into this? I wasn't able to buy a sword yet. You take the adventurer's advice and make your way through the high forest. Your entrance is heralded by the distant sound of a river, the scent of green things and warm soil and dappled sunlight falling to the forest floor. Still, you can sense that something is not right. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. No problem. Your sense of unease only grows. What should be a verdant grove of grasses and flowers has begun to wither around the edges, roots twisted and dry, leaves curling and brittle, vines growing brown. You've never seen a forest look so unhealthy before. Am I stuck on something? As I said, sickness hangs in the air like fog. You almost want to hold your breath. Okay, hold your breath. We're going anyway. There's a person. Wait, I want to read the person. All right. I regret you've chosen the wrong time to pay a visit to the high forest. As you can see, the forest is poisoned by the Shadowfell. And the result is this. All around you, I volunteered to put a stop to it. But this is all I can do to keep the blight from spreading. My powers are nearly exhausted. I wish there was something more that could be done. Forest just looks worse and worse the further you go in. Ahead of you, you finally see some signs of life. And an elven woman in the in the hooded robes of the druid stands before you, examining a patch of dying ferns as you approach. She shakes her head and sighs. This is really cool, though. By the way, this is Gatherer. I have never used it before. Apparently, has been around for a while, but this is like really fun, really cool stuff. So really cool things to interact with. Rock. Someone scratched. Not all waterfalls are made of water on this rock. What are they made of instead then? Mud? Bandits have been known to store variables in hidden caves. I want those valuables in these hidden caves. All right, are these like other alternate entrances or anything like that? Rock. You can make out a cryptic message. Look behind the water. Can I actually go into the water? I can't go in the water! Not all waterfalls are made of water. We're gonna go left. Drow. Ooh. Is this Trist? You come upon another campsite, this one of a far drearier than the last. Only a single patch tent stands amidst the dying foliage and a fire that looks on the verge of going out. It could certainly use a few more logs. Beside the fire sits a drow man. How do you say that? Is it drow man dressed in hunting leathers? Two swords beside him. Oh, it is two swords beside. It's Trist. He appears to be nursing an injury. His arm curled up defensively against his chest. All right. Forgive me. I forgot myself. Forgive me. I forgot myself. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone. My injury isn't getting better. I don't know what I can do besides wait here for rescue, as much as it pains me to admit. He's like talking to me like, all I have to do is wait here for rescue, instead of saying, yo, rescue me. It's just like, I don't know. Forgive me. I forgot myself. What in the world? All right. Rumor has it that up ahead to the west, he's like, oh, by the way, go this way. He's waiting for rescue, and what is he asking for? Okay, and up to the west, there's a hidden place in the Star Mountains where a pansy. Okay, he's looking for a saving here. Found the cure sickness afflicted forest but what I've also heard is that east there lies valuable treasure. I'm not sure what sort of adventurer would be willing to give it up. All right. So to the west. West is to the left. So I want to go up to the west and try to help this guy out. So he is looking for rescue. He's just telling me which way to go. That was funny though. Okay, the place feels different, sacred almost. The sickness doesn't seem to be as pronounced here. There is still an air of health and beauty tinging this glade. You know without a doubt that you've come to the right place. Oh, you approach the dais at the end of the path. Sweet. Came to the right place for what though? Does it even know what I'm trying to do? It's Pansia. Okay, what is this thing? Oh, go back. Dang it. I didn't actually release the Pansia. Released into the atmosphere, you can feel the forest coming back to life. The smell of rotten sickness is beginning to fade, replaced with natural loam and fresh soil, healthy plants. I didn't actually do it. I want to go back. Let me go back. Was it you who returned the forest? Sure, I guess. I did that. Praise be to Meliki. The green has returned. You're welcome. Nature is healing. Okay, yeah, they just say, if they have a little text next to them, I think it's enough stuff for them to say what they need to say. Say what you need to say. Thank you. My skin was ready to flake off. You're welcome. It's incredibly to be able to smell the trees and flowers again. Stay and dance with us. I would love to dance. Do you hear that? Birds. You should stay until the summer. The high forest is lovely in the summer. Well, is there anything else to interact with? Typically, there's like that big thing there going all the time. It's a dragon. Ahead, you see a great dragon, the master of the forest, perhaps. The green dragon doesn't speak to you, but you sense her gratitude. Just nods. It's just the, yo, what's up? Yeah. Thanks, yo. All right. I want to go back into the forest, though. All right. This is the beginning. Okay. We're back here. Okay. Was this your doing? Praise Saloon. You saved us. I never thought I'd see the day when the outsider would put aside their own interest to help the forest. I was just trying to grab the Pansia thing and I didn't even do it. Most just plunder her for the treasures. I want those treasures. You walk at peace, and may all your journeys be fruitful. Yeah. That's all cool. Okay, where are the treasures? Come now. 5 paths to choose from. Choose wisely. I'm going back down to the forest area. I need to know what's going on. Like, I didn't actually find any cards. I didn't find anything that was cool. I don't care about you guys. Do they say anything different now, though? These guys are saying they've been unusually active and everything. Does this restart? Everything should be good now. All right, we're back to where it was before. So I saved it, but I also didn't. Okay, cool. All right, so now I get a chance to actually explore and see other stuff. So we're going to find a card, and that is all that matters. There's nothing over here. Oh, that's the waterfall I can go behind. What's up? Leather armor. All right. I have my audio routed somewhere else. It doesn't matter. Okay, so leather armor, 1 equipped creature gets +0/+1 and has ward 1. Equip 0, activate only once each turn though. Cool. It's really not that amazing of a thing. Okay, with just a moment's hesitation, you part the curtain of water with your hand, sliding in quickly to keep yourself from getting drenched. Behind if it... Wait, so they said that all waterfalls are made of water, but it's also made of water that I moved behind? I'm so confused. Behind it, you find a natural cave, damp and cool, and rocks slip behind. Okay. All right, so I can go out that way. So the chest is what I already checked out, so we're good there. All right, cool. Going back out this way. Sweet. All right, the other one said that not all waterfalls are made of water. So does that mean there's another waterfall of something else that I can go behind? I'm so confused by this. Some of the writing in this so far has been pretty funny. All right, well, we found a new card, which is cool. All right, we're going to go over to the right now. Another card. A Neverwinter Dryad. 1 mana. I can pay to sacrifice it to search library for a forest card, put onto battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Interesting. I actually like that. That's actually a really good card. So question time. This is actually, so this is Steve, but you have to pay 3 mana but over the course of 2 turns, but you do get to play it on turn 1, which is a big deal. You can sacrifice it in instant speed. So it is a Steve card. I like it. That's actually pretty decent. All right, let's see if there's anything else beyond here. We're dying. Yeah, it's cool. The Pangia. Ansia, Panzer. You have made an error in judgment. You're an error in judgment. Something's wrong with the air. I didn't get anything for doing the other stuff. The fog here is almost too thick to see through. You would be able to tell if it was poisonous, even if it hadn't been for the noxious state. The slow, sinuous, undulating down through your lips and into your throat. This fog isn't natural. Something is killing this forest. Yeah. All right. That doesn't matter. I have returned. Your failure matches mine, I see. So be it. Everything dies in the end. You die in the end. Rude. You don't know who I am. I'm in the ethereal plane. This says supposed to have some stuff. Horned devil. Don't talk to... Ignore the angel. The shoulder angel. They're boring. Go have fun. Okay. Get back to the dungeon section. Towards that. I just had a flashback to Emperor's New Groove. My shoulder angel. Loots and stuff. Kill some people. Dude, I wish I could kill people. You'll meet the boss. All right. Skipping the angel. She doesn't matter. Got a new card, though. Asmodeus the Archfiend. 6 mana, 6/6 with Binding Contract. Can I zoom in on this? Oh, there it is. Okay. If you would draw a card, exile the top card of your library face down instead. Ooh. That could be good or could be bad. I don't actually get the card. And then you can also just pay 3 mana to draw 7 cards. What? And then pay 1 to return all cards exiled with Asmodeus to their owner's hand, and you lose that much life. Okay. Wow. Just pay 3 mana to draw 7 cards, and it's a repeatable effect and you use multiple times. You play this for 6 mana, the next turn you can draw 14 cards. That sounds so busted. That sounds amazingly busted. I think it would actually be interesting if you could. There's cards that redirect any kind of targeted effect. I wonder if you could just like redirect any triggered effect. So like there are ways to force the opponent to draw cards to be able to do some interesting cool stuff. All right. Ghost, I've been here too long. Yeah, you have. There's someone over here that's not a ghost. Looks like you're dead, friend. You're dead. You look lost. Hey there, sugar. Don't you look lost? Yeah, a little bit. I see a big swirling thing I'll probably have to go through. I suppose you could be interested in trading your soul at all. I would be interested. I'm not doing much with it. I found a great new spell. All right, let's go and talk to the angel. Take your place in the afterlife with, oh, you've been resurrected. You don't have to go, but all right, not talking to you anymore. Someone else is talking, so we're out of here. Is there a way that I could just like turn off like seeing other people's stuff? Like part of me likes it, but part of me is just not wanting to focus on that at all. Oh man, resurrection is so easy. Light saved me. Another one? Well, you've been resurrected, so maybe be careful the next dungeon. It costs me 1,000 gold every time, It costs her 1,000? Sweet. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'll be back. Oh, wait. As you step into light, you're pulled through space back into your body with a wheeze. You take your first breath, and while groggily standing up, an overworked cleric of Lathander looks at you with a mixture of sympathy and exhaustion. That's just all she does, just all day, just doing that over and over again. All right, so we went to the left last time and found a way to the caves and everything else. So this kind of brings us back over to here. Do I know how portals work? It's like portal. Sweet. Are these actual like entrances to stuff? Whoa. Oh, did I find a secret entrance back behind there? Bet this one goes somewhere even cooler. Maybe the ethereal plane. Oh, the beginning. All right, well, that's cool. That was bottom right. Let's look top left and then up above. Traps. Entrance. Oh, whoa, that's a lot of stuff. There's an inn. Lots of people here. Sweet. All right, I'm not wanting to get too close to people so I don't like accidentally see a million people's voices or whatever.
Yeah, we've enjoyed it. Did you find
Can you guys hear me?
I'm not sure.
All right, no one can hear me. We're good. All right. It's cool that they're in it. All right, I'm not sure if this is something I really care to do. Okay, we're gonna try to find the card wherever the card is here. One more game. Can I actually move through other players? And otherwise, I can't move through other players. All right, so you can't move through NPCs no matter what. All right, if I hold G, they all go away, which is actually kind of nice. Okay, so I'm holding G. Cool. Awesome. There's a picture. I want to go through the picture. All right. Well, this is really cool, actually. This is really fun. I'm excited to see how to play this a little bit more. Like, I'm trying to make sure that I keep it interesting for you guys and have it be fun. But there is, a lot of people here, which is pretty cool. So how about that? All right. So down to the left is where we got back to the entrance before to get all the different places, and we can find more things there. Oh, this is the entrance as well. All right. So I guess there's two ways to find the entrance. All right, well, we're going back through. 5 paths to choose from. We already did green. So now let's, we're going to go right, left. So green, white, red, blue, black. We'll save black for the very end. Let's do. All right, darkness and the sound of running water. The foul stink of gray water fills your nostrils as you blink your eyes to adjust to the darkness. As the gloom lifts, what's up, Mox Ruby? As the gloom lifts, you see that you're in a sewer tunnel with a ladder at the far end. Seemingly from nowhere, a black-clad figure steps from the shadows and beckons to speak with you. Hello. Glad you're here. The temple above us was once a holy place, but it's under the control of Tyranar, the evil white dragon. They're evil white dragons. See, that's interesting here. They're using powerful magics to keep the clerics isolated, and they've had monsters disguised as palace guards sneaking past the guards into the palace and see if you break the beast control over this place. I have a really quick bone to pick real quick. So Dristor and I had a whole argument with my audience members about how or different people in chat one time about how Dristo Erden, I was saying like he should have a little bit of black in his colors, and they're like, that's racist because, just because he's Drow, he has black skin, he should have black colors. And I was like, no, it's because he uses black spells. Like he uses Drow spells, which would be considered black things, whatever. And their whole argument was that it's all about his color stuff, and that the colors are based off his characteristics and everything like that. And that was the whole argument. There's an evil white dragon, and I'm guessing the white dragon is going to have white mana pips in his stuff, but it's evil. Like that's stated there. That's evil. They won't have black in this stuff. So the character, the chaos side of things, like all that stuff, doesn't actually matter. So I feel like Dristo Erden being a white green creature doesn't make sense. I mean, I agree that it should be white green, but he should also have black because he casts black spells, not because of the color of his skin, not because of anything like that, not because of evilness or anything like that. That apparently doesn't matter at all. It's gold dragons, or the gold dragon is white and red. White dragons have all been white so far. I think that, and again, I'm not trying to say based on the color of the skin, anything like that. I'm just saying that he casts black spells. Anyway. Sorry, I feel like it's so impossible to talk about any of that stuff nowadays, and it is frustrating. All right. What is this? Iron Gate. Oh, that's where I went below. Okay. Keep quiet. Watch out. Those skeletons are the new temple guards. They'll kill you if they see you, so you have to sneak past them to get to the palace. Okay. There's something to interact with over here. Can I go over here? Such face is contorted into expression of pain. Will stop it. You emerge into the surface near a courtyard, thankful to be free of the reek sewers. Looking around, you see a number of ravenous skeletons, creatures guarding the area. Another rogue beckons you over. All right. Well, can I press G and hide? Sure. All right. Well, I feel like I'm missing something else over there. Hate it here. Me too, yo. Everything is very safe now. There sure aren't any problems here. That sounds right. This holy book has been heavily censored, pages torn out, and whatever references to a god remain to have been blackened out. All right, I forgot to read the room's writing. Biding your time, you bolt from cover as the last guard looks away, silently slipping into the doorway ahead of you. Emerging into a glorious temple of polished white stone, the golden banners you see. Several paladins sat in the chamber. There's a real sense of loss in this room, despite the pleasant foul scent drifting from door to the north. All right. I think it'd be really fun to create a story like this. I think that'd be actually a fun thing to do at some point. Welcome, stranger. Everything here is fine. Nobody's in danger for sure. There's no problem. Hell, friend, nobody has been hitting anything in this room. So don't even try to look. Nothing is here. There's a lot of space in this altar. Hello.
Oops, am I on the way?
There's a lot of space in this altar. I don't believe she can hear me yet, so it's all good. Symbols rested here along the way. 5 candles or I can press G. There we go. Have been lined up in a row, but only the 4th is the one that's lit.
Check behind the curtain here.
Don't check behind. I checked behind the curtain. Your hand searches the wall behind the curtain, causing a secret door to smoothly open and reveal a gentle glow of warm light, and you walk that you walk towards. You emerge into a small chapel. Your attention is drawn to a scroll that hovers gently over the table, radiating soft white light. I wanted to see this first. It's a dog. Blink dog. Does it phase out and come back? Oh, it doesn't. It just phases out. That's kind of cool. All right, so 3 mana 1/1 with double strike, and it can phase itself out for 4 mana, but it doesn't. The blink is leave the battlefield and re-enter, not phasing. That should be called phase dog, right? That's the like Wizards has used mill. Like milling wasn't actually a word, but a lot of people just started using the saying, oh, I mill this out or mill this over, and then they turned it into a keyword. Blink has been, it leaves the battlefield and enters the battlefield again all at once. That is the blink effect. Phase effect would be phasing, like it's all this stuff. So they've been using some of the terminology that a lot of players have been using for forever, but then they decided not to use that one. It's a little bit frustrating. Anyway, secret book. In our hour of need, the dragon has searched our connection to the heavens, cutting us off from the magic and blessings of our gods. No longer do I hear the calming word of Lathander. Lady Redlock is cut off from the blessings of Helm, but we managed to hide the holiest book before the dragon's spells took hold. Seek the last white flowers in the garden and save us. All right, so I forgot what I actually have to do here. So manage to hide the holiest book before the dragon's spell. Seek the last white flowers in the garden. So find the garden, white flowers. Got it. All right, where's the garden? I feel like this is something. All right, we'll have to open that at some point. It's a garden. Last white flowers. Okay. You leave the temple, finding yourself in a hedge maze of sorts. The plants here are untamed and rough. There's a real sense of threat from them as you approach the maze, as if you're being watched by the flora of this place. It feels hungry. Sounds good. It'll be fine. It's kind of annoying that you kind of have to hold on to G the whole time here. I just have a feeling there's something going on here. Can I interact with this at all? No. Okay. That was dumb. Just do the maze, Jeff. Don't get fancy. All right. This has like a bunch of lighting around it. Anything cool there? No. All right. Talk to this person. Keep away. Wait. You're not one of the whites, the guard. They're monsters that walk as men. Don't let them touch you. Okay. I'm gonna not let that happen then. All right. The brush has been bad so far. I feel like interacting. As you brush past this thorny bush, a branch lashes out at you, slashing at your face. You nearly dodge it and hurry past. I keep doing that. It's like keep going back. Like, oh. Can I even go over to this left side? How do I get over to the left side? I want to go there. All right, there we go. It's no good. I have no connection to my god. None of us do. We're lost. Lost, I say. Yeah, deal with it. All right, there we go. Sorry, mazes take lots of brain power sometimes. For me, at least. You're an adventurer, right? Can you save us? I'm pretty scared all the time. All the time I'm scared. Those guard things, they took my mother away to the palace. Can you find her for me? No. Oh, skeletons. All right, everything in the garden. So white flowers. There's one little spot with white flowers. That's where I gotta go. Everything in the garden is capitulation seems threatening to you. This beautiful garden appearance is at odds with the chill oppression permeating through the place. A pair of monstrous guards loom near the palace doors. A pair of clerics shiver near a quarter of the statues. All right. I want to be able to talk to stuff, but I feel like if I talk to any of the skeletons, I think they're going to take me back. All right. I wanted to, it's a unicorn. All right. Book is a huge cover is incredibly light for the Texas, and it's treatise and all good. Reading it leaves you feeling empowered and heroic. You get a flash of insight. You sense that there's a secret back entrance of the palace fortified. So the ones that had bars, I think, will be open now. The petals of the white flowers brush softly against your face, reassuring you as you curiously step into the dense foliage, only to emerge the bright sunshine. All right, unicorn. The dastardly Tyrannar is using the cold heart's crystal to control the people of the temple. If you can find it, you have to destroy it. Dios mío. Dios mío. Can I go back out of the... I want out of the flowers. Fine. Old sewers. New sewers. All right, so I can go back to sewers if I want to. I can go back into this if I want to. Oh, so some of the clerics now. I think some of these were clerics before, right? Evil white dragon. You step through the doors into a scene of ice and fear. The white dragon, Tyrannar, watches you from the far side of the frozen field. What are you? It growls. I'm a dude. Now only death awaits. Cool. I mean, I'd prefer to not have death. Is there anything I'm supposed to do here? I probably missed something by not reading everything fully. I tend to do that, you know? Yep, I'm dead. I'm definitely dead. All right. Darn it. Sounds good. All right, back through here. So I didn't actually save everything over in the white side. We're gonna do it. We have to do it right. I probably should read through stuff better. Yeah, not talking to you. You don't matter. Go up here. Go straight through because I don't think it actually matters. I feel like every time there's something like this, I should be able to like do it. Expression of pain, but all the other ones do not. Okay, cool. All right, so if I do talk to them, they bring me back to the beginning. All right, good. So talking to them is bad. Being seen probably is bad as well. Go through here. I already found the secret entrance over here. Scroll, what does it say again? So, in our hour of need, the dragon has severed. So, cutting us off from the magic and blessings of God. No longer do I hear the calming word of Lathander. But we managed to hide the holiest book before the dragon spells took hold. So, the holiest book is what I found over there before, which is cool. I want entrance to this place over here. There's clearly something, and I want it, whatever it is. Only the fourth candle is lit. Can I interact with the candles? I need to light the other candles. I'm not confident that this has all of everything working perfectly. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see. All right, going back through here. Okay, if I talk to a skeleton, bad things happen. Can I come up here and try to go in that? No, back off. Well, okay, then I will. I go in here. So what does this book say again? The book's huge cover is incredibly light, and the text within is a treatise on all that is good. Reading it leaves you feeling empowered and heroic. You get a flash of insight. You sense that there's a secret back entrance to the palace. Fourth of 5. So fourth of 5 is there's 4 candles. The fourth one is growing of 5 candles. So there's something with the palace and back entrance. I still don't fully understand that though. Maybe there's candles in with the palace entrance. So 4 or 5 candles stuff going on. So 5 candles, the fourth candle. The fourth candle. So confused, man. So confused. All right, so not these candles is what it's talking about. All right, so going back down leads me to here. Cool. Yeah, I get it, guys. I'm dead. It's all right. We might have to come back to that one. I'm not sure if I know what to do with that one yet. And I want to see other cards, and that's what matters. All right, heading to the red side, and we'll come back to the white one maybe towards the end. You journey down into the spine of the world. Begins with a statue. Oh, your journey into the spine of the world begins with a statue. I have dyslexia, and I like throw a bunch of words into places all the time that it doesn't make any sense. Can I make this bigger at all? That'd be awesome. Oh, well. And inexplicably alluring statue. I mean, look at it. There are other things here, fancy things, but that statue is just calling your name. It's true. All I want to do is see that statue, so we're doing it. I want to smash the statue. Oh. Yeah, I'm not actually sure why I did that. but I'm really happy that I did. This is a different room because they were not there before. A lone skeleton guard stands watch. You don't often fraternize with skeletons, but there's no one else to talk to just now. You approach. Hell, are you the one who have destroyed the priceless bit of art? Maybe. I can't believe how lacking in social graces all of your pictures are. Why does it keep happening? Never mind. You'll pay for your mistake. Step behind me, please, and we'll get you processed. Okay, that's good. Running behind him. So okay. Before you can tell the guard that you didn't mean to do it, and that in fact you may have been compelled to by the narrative, world around you dissolves. You find yourself in a small dark cell. A human man in furs and heavy leather armor surveys you with tired interest. Another has fallen into that warden's trap. Sit down. What's the point of standing around for? I suppose you could find a way out if you poke around a little, but guards will most likely just throw you back in. Good luck. All right, so there's a crevice back behind here. Trying to see if there's anything else to interact with. Nothing else. Oh, you follow the man's advice and discover his escape portal. How convenient. Except you seem to have been transported just to another cell. Equally small, unclean dank. 3 goblins look up from a game of cool-looking cards. You brace yourself for an attack, but they seem more interested in gambling than attacking you. That's right. Counterspell again? They're playing Magic. That's amazing. I figured they'd have some protection against teleportation, like in the tomb. The warden who runs the place keeps a tight hold on all the prisoners. No, not that one. There you go. Where the heck did you come from? I don't know. Does walking down into this change anything? No, nothing. All right. Well, let's teleport again. You further utilize your fantastic teleportation powers and move to yet another cell. This one contains a big morose bugbear. What are you looking at me for? You think I want to talk to you? Only person I walk to less is that disgusting warden. Yeah, I hate that warden guy. He's the worst. We're going to keep going through this teleportation stuff. Finally, some progress. You find yourself in the guard station on the far side of the cells. It's not exactly a hospitable room, but it's far better than being in a jail. 3 skeleton sentries relax on their break. You need to keep your distance as you move across the room. Okay, yeah. Don't touch them. Uh-oh. I didn't see you. Okay, go through the teleportation thing or go through the doors. There's a crystal. Was once been housed by a spirit and it's empty now. Barrel. Inside, you find a heavy 2-handed axe, rather blunt. You manage to survive without it. I just want the weapons. You keep giving me a chance to have weapons and I don't have it. It urges you to step on it. I don't want to. I want this bow now. All right, step on the book. Whoa. You find yourself high on a mountain peak, a place known as the Spire of the World. Spine of the world. Strange birds call to each other and the wind rustles the pine trees. The air is thin and your head spins. A dwarf beats a sheet of metal on a work table in front of you. She barely looks up when you appear. Oi. Did you come from the prison? More and more strange things have been coming out of there since the Bampot new warden took over. I can show you a portal that'll show you right away, though I cannot guarantee you'll end up anywhere better. If you leave now, there'll maybe a chance to provoke your innocence. Anyway, okay, cool. You can show me a portal, but which portal is it? We're in the red place, so we're gonna go into red. All right, red goes back there. I can go down this thing. Yeah, I just want to go down the thing, man. Okay, can't go down it. Green. This takes me to the green place. I don't care about going to the green place. All right, so I didn't find anything in the red one. I had to redo that, apparently. And not break the statue this time. All right, so go back through here. We'll go ahead and actually take the Panacea this time. Oh, I don't think I ever read this sign. Oh yeah, I read that sign. That sign's lame. I don't care about that sign. Anything into these places? Whoa. Just went like completely through the mountain there. All right, yeah, you're cool. Not talking to you. Come up here. Lots of steps. Release it into the open air. Sweet. Totally did it. Yep. You guys are cool. Lates. I feel like I should have, there should be like some kind of thing in here, right? I guess not. Whatever. Like, I just want to see cards. Just let me have cards. All right. Cool. All right. Back here again. Let's head back into the red place. Not destroying statues this time. Although everything is closed if you don't destroy statues. We have to destroy statues. That's just the rules. All right. Well, doing it again. Haha! Now the place up here is open. Can I run into him instead of from behind? All right, run behind him. Go behind here. I'm not seeing any other alternative ways of going through any of this, right? You guys are recognizing the same thing? Oh wait, left. Through other places. So there's 3 places here that I can still go through, do stuff with. Okay. Deciding that really the only honorable option is to return and attempt to clear your name, you re-enter the prison complex and emerging into a room so well appointed that for a moment you wonder if the dwarf got her portals mixed up. A wide polished desk sits atop a woven rug and various precious artifacts lining the shelves. A man sits behind the desk, apparently engaging in deep contemplation. Can I press X while I'm pressing G? Okay. Oh, I see you managed to escape from your cell. Well done. Well done. Not everyone is so capable. Yeah, I'm pretty awesome. Who might you ask? I happen to be the warden of the prison, but don't think that makes me your enemy. In fact, you seem more capable than most. If you follow the door behind me on the right, you'll come upon a secret knowledge. I doubt that you can say no to that. Just don't touch my curtains. I don't trust you. I'm going to the curtains. As much as you'd like to become a productive member of society, something about the warlike manners puts you off. Therefore, you ignore his advice and advance forward, finding yourself in a magnificent courtroom. Columns flank an empty bench, and an overwhelming pressure of law and order linger heavy in the air. It makes your falsely accused criminal heart quail. What are you in for? It's cold in here, isn't it? I feel like the draft is coming from the west. All right. We're waiting to see the judge. There he is. All right, cool. So I can go talk to the judge. Human. See the blueprints for most of the doors and places near the corner room. I don't see any doors here. Can I be the judge? Fear me. Okay. Corner of the room. I found a red dragon. There are lots of chests. I want to interact with this chest so bad. Finding the hidden door out of the endless bureaucratic nightmare, you skip to the front of the line and find yourself in vast treasure hall, and over it all lords red dragon. This must be the judge everyone is telling you about. You bow low and try to explain yourself. You really didn't mean to smash that statue. In fact, you barely touched it. Honestly, you think there might be something nefarious going on, some great arcing narrative that compelled you to resort to property destruction. I doubt it, though. Come on. I just want to see the treasure chest. I mean, I see the big dragon, and that's cool. All right, there it is. Dragon's Fire. As additional cost to cast a spell, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand or choose a dragon you control. It does 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you reveal the dragon card or choose a dragon card as you reveal a spell, it deals damage equal to the power of that card to creature instead. Whoa, that's actually really big. That's really cool. There's not a ton of dragons that have power greater than 4 that you would typically be playing, but there are some that are like 6, 5, whatever. But 5 to 6 points of damage at instant speed to deal damage to something, and you still get to do 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker. The only issue with this, you can't throw it at face, but I'm okay with that. So it's additional cost to cast a spell you may reveal. So it's still a may ability. You don't have to use that additional cost to cast it. But I like it. I like it a lot. That's actually a really fantastic card. Come on, more stuff. I want more. Fine. I know not of any schemes, but your conduct does you credit, as well as your initiative in finding your way here. I will hear your petition and grant you freedom. Take this with you as well. What did I take with me? The card. It's only one card, but that's cool. Should I check any of the curtains? All right, yeah. So sends me back here. Cool. All right, into the blue place. So I figured it out, I believe. You stumble through a portal into a splendidly ordained hall. Blue marble is paired with bookshelves that strain the books. Bookshelves that strain with books and scrolls of all sizes. Ornate doors loom at you from the end of the hallway, and a half-orc is in wizard robes intently reads her book, oblivious to your arrival. Yeah, I'm oblivious to you too. 9 halls, only to have opened the snapshot as it tries to bite you. Rude. You expect a book of books that tells you the book of vile darkness is lost in the underdark. Book of vile darkness, lost in the underdark. So that's going to be, is that here or is that whatever? That's the one with the hand of S and the eye of S and all that kind of stuff. The books seem to all one to the subject of something called sigil. Whatever. Okay. You frightened me. Welcome to the Midnight Library. What? Oh, wait. It's you. You're supposed to report to the chief librarian. I know I was supposed to. Why you interrupting me, yo? Want a tip? Keep an eye out for these treasure chests. There's brand new cards in them, but some are hidden or hard to get to. Take care. Kata. All right. It is up to us, guys, to find them all. Gotta find them all. This book is a philosophy on magic by a powerful mage called Midnight. Okay, we're gonna find a card called Midnight. I guarantee it. This is a long form copy of the rules of a game called Magic Gathering. A card called Black Lotus is being used as a bookmark. You leave it. This is no time for games. I want the Black Lotus for the love. Just giving up stuff like that. These scrolls are covered in difficult to read spider scratch writing, but seem to be plans for something called a dragon heist. I want the heist. Okay. The Great Hall of Midnight Library stands before you. Pillars rise into the darkness as no ceiling is visible. Books dominate this space, either stored in bookshelves, open on tables, or piled up on the floor in some inscrutable system known only to the librarians. A huge librarian desk looks over the room, and behind it, the chief librarian, a blue dragon. What's up, blue dragon? I am Azrael, the chief librarian of the Midnight Library. I have a task for you, adventurer. Explore the furthest reaches of the Midnight Library and secure the decanter of endless water. The lower levels are flooding because of it, and you must save the arcane secrets down there. Bring it to me as soon as you can. Right-ho! Here we go. You recognize Infernal when you're reading it and you know well enough not to read it out loud. Yep, good call. I thought I saw something over there. Okay. Librarian, something's not right with one of these bookshelves. We will check it out. You turn the page, and the ghost continues to read. Awesome. You really should talk to the dragon over there. I mean, how often do you get to meet a dragon? Dude, I've met like 4 dragons today. It's no big deal. All right, there's something off with one of these. Did it say which bookshelf? Something's not right with one of these bookshelves. I feel like that's a secret. I want to know the secret. It's probably the blue one over there, over in this area over there. But just in case, I'm trying to like go into any of these things. All right, fine. Ooh, there is an entrance behind this blue dragon. Can I get over here? Okay, fine. All right, let's go through the maze. Did you know that the library is named after the Mage Midnight? I did. Someone already told me, yo. Cool. All right, just trying to see if there's anything I can sneak through and do here. Ooh. All right, that takes me all the way back to the beginning. I wish it would just like take me back to the space where I came from. All right, well, we are going to go through that because it sounds fun. The bookshelf swings open, revealing a secret room. It's small, and the twin odors of brine and acid fill your nose. This room is covered in unreadable arcane notes, weird flasks, and equipment and most notably a humanoid brain suspended in a jar. The shimmering form of an air elemental is floating around the table. What's up, air elemental? Brain and jar. Hello. It's very dark. I saw the shiny man again, right by the bookshelves. I waited, but I think I fell asleep. Cleaning staff, I know the lower levels are flooding, but that's no excuse to slack off. Potions of water breathing are available in the storeroom. Sweet. You are not the master. You must seek them deeper in the library. Step in secret if you'll find sanctuary. Dude, I can totally step in secret. Okay, so that brings me back over here. Okay, and that brings me back this way. Okay, cool. Actually, maybe I was supposed to go down in this area right there. But we'll come back to that later. What happened to Mistra? I don't know what happened to Mistra. I think we should have gone with the others. Yeah, you should have. Fools. Ooh, this is interesting. All right. Walk carefully. Ho! You're a hoe. Carefully. I walked carefully there. Do you see it? It said spelled carefully. I like it. There are the arm stands on one end at the enter the room, and the secretive letters on the floor that spark electrical energy. There's an inviting portal on the far side of the room. All right, cool. I did it. Frost giants. Take that. Something over here. You pluck out a paperback titled Jim Redacted. The redacted truth by the redacted Jim, redacted forward by Jim, redacted, published by Redacted Inc. Perfect. You emerge from the portal into a study hall of sorts. Most of the academics in here are asleep, slumped over in their work, and the desks are unconscious on the floor. One sorcerer, however, remains aware and alert. It was she who did it. Midnight, the founder of the library. Is that book Midnight, the founder of the library? Wah! My mild magic keeps putting my class to sleep. I promise I'm not this boring. We know better. All right. Walk in secret. Let's just keep going. You step through the portal into an ice cold room. A clock strikes 12. In here, every surface is slick with frost, and ahead you see another grid of letters built into the floor, though more complicated than the last one. A half-elf wearing stealthy black armor is looking at a frozen corpse of a dwarf. He's been frozen to death. Apparently, we're supposed to walk with the founder, but I don't know what that means. I don't think Tamara, because that's what Rockstar did, and he's very dead. So it's Midnight, right? Midnight is the founder. So here it is. I just don't want to accidentally not go in the right place. All right. Midnight. Boom, bam. There's another place to see up there, though. Oops. There in the chamber is humid and dank, and the constant drip of water echoes through the space. You sidestep portals of water as you enter the room and find a witch shouting into the dark head. So there was another glowing book up above there. We might have to go back to that room at some point and see if there's something else there. Morgana, oh adventurer, help me find my cat Revel. And anyone named Morgana, I'm terrified of immediately. Just saying that. She's run off into Labyrinth. Get it? Library Labyrinth. Nope. Revel loves mazes, as always has. It's easy to navigate. You just have to know what you're looking for. She's gone through the southern door straight down from here. So if you want to help me, that's where it's headed. Okay, so I can go that way if I want to. I suppose so. Why not? All right, this wing of the library feels like it hasn't been disturbed in decades. Ancient bookshelves stand before you, each bearing a different letter. The corridors between them extend into darkness far beyond the limits of your eyes. Your quest for Ravel the cat begins here. All right, so Ravel R. There's two A's. Another ancient room of books and the dark passageways. This time the letters on the shelves are different. Does that spell something? Ball. Is this like an anagram or something like that? If we're going to keep spelling Ravel, I guess we keep going through the center. The space is more identical than the last. More bookshelves and more letter. Wait, does that spell Vesna? Ooh. Is that something to worry about? Probably not, right? Well, we're going to keep trying to spell Ravel for now. This one says death. That's a little bit terrifying. And this next ancient part of the labyrinth, okay, that definitely says death. I like that. There's no way back, only forward. Choose carefully. All right, we'll keep spelling Ravel. All right, and that's working. Lucky. You creep down the passageway, hoping that E is the last, at least deadly of the least deadly of letters, and emerge into a room version of the same, or another version of you arrives in exactly the same place. Lucky, it says. All right, well, Ravel. We did it. And there's a cat. You wade away through the stacks of books and shelves, and you hear a soft mewing up ahead. You dash ahead and burst through a pile of books and lose pages to discover a cat. Ravel sits in the center of the room. That's not the center of the room. Liar. Surrounded by shredded paper, flowing water, and can be heard ahead of you. You pet Ravel. We unraveled the raveling mystery. Whatever. This library is almost totally flooded. Yet the books present radiate potential magic energy and seem to have resisted the damp. Morgana Thumble stands in the dry area, eagerly awaiting news. That's not a dry area. She's behind you. Thank you for finding her. As a reward, I can tell you that there is a secret door in this chamber somewhere. Now I need someone else to help find my wife. Awesome. Who was it? There was a girl that would need to find her mommy, or was it a wife? I can't remember. All right, secret door. Oh, found it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. 5 mana, 3/4 sonic spells. Psionic. When it enters the battlefield, choose target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, then roll a d20. You may put that card on top of your library or return it to your hand, depending on what you have. Kind of interesting. So we've seen a level 7 or 7 mana creature with I think worse stats than this, or about the same stats, that was able to return a sorcery from graveyard to hand. And so for 5 mana, you have the chance of it returning to your hand or potentially to the top of your library. We've also seen it with lands, though. We've also seen it with other stuff, just returning cards back to the hand, that stuff in other colors. So I'm kind of in between on what I think about these cards being so expensive, but there are combos with them. And so I get it at the same time. All right, Mind Flayers. Maybe I shouldn't talk to Mind Flayers. I've decided. We're going to do it. You have nothing to fear from us. We only devour intellect. Your brain holds no flavor for us. That's right. You've been able to discover us. Did you find our private chambers? Would that you left our pets undisturbed? Look at this creature. It thinks it is people. Enjoy the artwork sentient. Thank you. Any other secret place here? Doesn't appear so. All right, so first one I checked was the right one. Or is there more? All right, well, that's it. Oh, on top. Well, that's fun. Decanter of endless water. All right, that's the thing that's been spilled. You reach over to the decanter, grab its stopper, and slot it into place. The library is saved, and water begins to slowly drain from the space. Ho ho! Easy peasy. I forgot to read the thing over here. It's flooded. We're in this. Ahead, the enchanted item. Decanter is on the shelf. I did it. Sweet, cool. A chest. I don't care about you, dragon. Temple of Dragon Queen. As Temple of Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of the Dragon enters the battlefield tapped unless you reveal a dragon this way, or you control a dragon. As it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Add 1 mana of the chosen color. Oh, it was like amazing until it says just choose 1 mana of like only 1 color. It's a basic land then, but you get to choose the color that you want with it. If it was like add any mana of any color, like that's a difficult enough thing to do that it's only fits in certain decks. That why not make this? It can add mana of any color. I liked it all the way up until you had to choose a chosen color, and then it's bad. But that's cool at least. Unmedical sound swirling energy tells you that there's a portal in this room, also present in the librarian. Behold, here comes the conquering hero. You have my thanks for finding and dealing with a decanter of endless water. You saved the library. Now I can really plumb the depths of the arcane secrets that it holds. I will have enough power to serve my queen. Your queen. Tiamat? Uh-oh.
For like the last month or something.
Bye, Nathan. All right, well, last one. Let's go down the center. Redstone walls and an uneven floor tell you that your keen adventure senses that yep, you're in a cave. The portal you enter through is gone, but there's an opening up ahead, and a halfling cleric of Timora stood by. Sorry, that was misleading. This is the Underdark. It's the opposite of fun and games. Keep an eye out for treasure chests and other interesting looking artifacts. Sweet. The Underdark. Something up above there. I want to know what that is. I want to get up there. Feels like you have been waiting for a 10-day for you, Cutter. I'm a Cutter. Rotten Tooth, the Black Dragon, has started collecting and trapping lost souls. The Holy Church of Timora has chosen you to track the dragon down and free the spirits he's tormenting. Be careful. The Underdark can be a dangerous place. Sweet. I live for danger. All right, so go down this. Your arms and legs are tiring from the long climb down the rope into the dark, and climb comes as well as the relief as you disentangle yourself from the rope and take the small cave you found yourself in. I'm so bad, but sometimes dyslexia just like really hits hard. Unfamiliar mushrooms and molds grow around the chamber, softly shed the light, and you can hear friendly voices from up ahead. You don't recognize the species. A gut feeling tells you it might only be edible once. That's actually a good way to say like how mushrooms are. It's edible, but only one time. Someone has carved the Dwayne into the rock. That's Dwayne the Rock Johnson. That makes me happy. Okay, this glowing mushroom is giving off a surprisingly delicious aroma. Best not try it though. I dare say I will do it anyway. Oh, that was fun. Okay. Carefully following warm dwarven laughter through the low cave, you find yourself in a larger cavern with a small campfire and several dwarven diggers who have unearthed some rare treasures, if not rare, then at least uncommon. The dwarves briefly stop fooling around and reach for their weapons, but recognize that you're not a threat and return to their conversation. Yeah, yo, I'm cool. Feel free to look around at our finds. We've got a load of rares to take back. I want a rare card to find. There's a handy secret entrance to the Dro Temple. If you need to sneak in, I mean, keep ye clear of the guards and look for the crack in the rock to the left of the door. Cool. He feels good on your tired limbs, but whatever in this stew smells awful. Disgusting. Well, you might need a rest. This isn't your bed. That's okay. The Black Bazaar is up ahead. Make sure you check out the ooze pit. It's my favorite. I hear there's a cave near here that could collapse at a moment's notice. I want to go there. We're about to bounce and summon. See, even this is kind of calling bounce. They're using bounce and then summon the Spider Queen right before I attack. Ho ho! This isn't the real Usnantha. That's back home. This is a franchise. We've got an idea from somewhere, some Durger we killed. Less situations, yeah, French stuff I don't understand. I can't pronounce that. Mushroom wine, moss beer. What's your problem? We have little poison. Pick your poison. We have poison. Got it. Trying to meet my hero, just ordered. Seriously, he's so cool, but I think he's in the green area. The little cat has a name tag that reads Shadow. It's very receptive to being petted. Cool. Yeah, Gorgonzola. Healing potions, rations, ropes, torches, surprising amount of variety, cheese. Please buy the cheese. I have so much cheese. I want the cheese. Give me the cheese. I can't buy the cheese. Yeah, there's more cheese. And it's a lot more cheese. Awesome. Upbeat Dro. Can I interest you in endless servitude to the glorious Spider Queen? I have pamphlets. Sweet. Let me join. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Take care of the next few caves. There's a lot of dead ends, and watch out for the drow. They have some kind of secret magic item in their temple. Check this out. It's a gelatinous cube, but it's not hostile because it's still digesting Arvel. Want to touch it. But I know that if I touch it, bad things happen. The cube of translated jelly shivers, and as you approach, and you can clearly see the decaying skeleton within, it makes a pleasing bloop bloop noise. But you know better than to pet it. All I want to do is pet it. Okay, I'm looking for secret entrances or whatever. I feel like I want to be the first person to find all of the things. Can't even read the text of this place because it's over here. So I have to get over to the other side of the room to then be able to read the text. Sounds good. That's the plan. Yeah, I could talk to this person, but I need to read this thing over here first, okay? Leaving the dark market through the northern cave, you rapidly lose your bearings in the labyrinth of small dark caves. No, I didn't. Ahead, you see a glow and quietly sneaking in. You see a glow and quietly sneak towards it, finding yourself in this fungus-lit chamber as you hear the passage behind you collapse. Onwards, then, into the abyss. There's a healing potion. I don't trust it. Greetings, fellow adventurer. I'm Miles Rent, and I'm hoping you might be able to help out a fellow adventurer. I got a little cut up from a run-in with a deep crow hooded horror drider. Any chance you could spare a healing potion? I have one right over there. To save or not to save? If you help the explorer, take the exit on the left. To leave them, take the exit on the right. All right, can I just like interact with this healing potion? Okay, cool. Right, to help him on the left. Yeah, I probably shouldn't help him, but I'm gonna, because I'm a nice guy and stuff. The explorer you helped gave you a simple guide to follow to the next cave. Simply turn left whenever you can and make it through the passage ahead, and don't ever walk through shadows. Turn left when I can. Wouldn't this be going to the right? I'm not sure if it's meaning like my character itself turning left, or if it's talking about, so I think any of these things that I touch goes through that. Okay. Don't walk through shadows. Like part of me just wants to go to the left over here, right? And check this out. Might as well do it. Okay, yeah, it's bad. I've decided. All right, here we go. Let's not touch this thing. I'm in the shadows. Haha. Okay, go left whenever I can. Sounds good. Come here into that. So surprising. I went to the portal. I kind of want to go up to the top though. I feel like I missed out on something. Emerging from the shadows, you find yourself on the edge of an enormous underground lake stretching out far past your vision. The explorer you helped is here waiting for you. Dude, you went fast. Thanks for helping me out back there. Let me cast a helpful spell on you, mumbles magically. Right. For the next little while, the drow up ahead will treat you as one of their own. While you're there, you might like to check out the secret door behind the altar and the temple. I want to do that so bad. All right, there's a crack to the left of the door. And maybe that's actually in the palace. So I might have to go into the palace here. Blessings of the web. Rid people as you sense of grim foreboding permeates this chamber even before you see the gate ahead. A gate built into a formidable wall is flanked by drow guards, each bearing the symbol of Loth, the spider goddess of the drow. Time to see if Miles' wrench spell holds up. It does. How about that? All right, well, there's a queen. You step through the gate and move through the spiderwebs into the temple. Spiders of all sizes scurry around the space, and you find yourself hoping that this spell of friendship lasts long enough that there are a lot of drow here and some kind of monster skidding near the altar. All right. If your travel takes you beyond the temple, beware the beholders in the deeper caves. Their gaze will kill you in a number of ways. Scary. One of our guards has been killed by a beholder again. We have to do something before they threaten the temple. Should I go through the curtain? I'm going through the curtain. The space is palpably evil. It fills the air, and even the candlelight in the space seems corrupted somehow. The remains of some kind of sacred sacrifice lie in front of an altar. And on the altar is a large book that's hard to look at for more than a moment. A book that is somehow aware of you. Yo, what's up, book? Book of Vile Darkness. Oh. It's covered in inscrutable symbols that make your eyes soar as you touch it. Something somewhere notices you, and you feel like you're the subject of monstrous intelligence. You back away thinking better of opening the thing. Yeah, don't open the thing. But I'm also going to check out behind here. Cool. Hail, fellow drow. This is a drider. Okay. Be not afraid of me. I have been blessed by the spider queen herself. Behold our secret weapon behind the altar, and you'll see our plan for expansion and conquest. Sweet. Did you see the dragon? Yesterday, a huge black dragon arrived to speak to our priestess that's worried about cave-ins and wanted to use our spider web to up in its lair. Oh, don't go in there. That's where we keep the unworthy ones. They're drunk and will soon feel the wrath of the priestess. But I want to. Oh, that's Beholder. Another winding cave leads you ever downwards until you find a warren of passages with the unmistakable laughter of beholders resonating through it. Their very gaze is enough to kill a mortal, and the remains of countless victims pepper the cavern. Best to avoid them. Righto. Your sight is death, so make sure you're not seen. All right, go behind them. Can I talk to him on it? Okay. Just don't be seen. They're all looking behind, which is nice. Very conveniently placed here in a pretty easy path here. I get to find another card. That's all that matters. Be awesome. Great X, 1 mana. Equipped creature gets +4/+0, and it's 5 to equip. Yeah, it's awful. I mean, Resolute Strike is decent, and that gives a lot of power for only 1 mana equipment. But so, like, if you can equip it for free, it becomes cool. But not nearly amazing as all the other things that it could be. All right, well, let's not say hi to any of the beholders anymore. Black dragon. The beholders behind you and the dragon ahead. You sneak into the next cave and notice the rock is cracked and strained, ready to collapse. You step forth to find a cavern of large crystals, tormented spirits, and one very large black dragon who is unfortunately looking directly at you. Hi. A huge harp is set up on the side of the chamber. Ooh. Okay. Welcome, plaything. You will not leave here again. You may live for as long as you amuse me, and then in death, you will stay for as long as these crystals stand. Oh, and do not dare play with my beautiful harp. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play with the harp. You draw all of your remaining strength to strike the instrument with one mighty blow, which resonates through the chamber. The dragon screeches with rage as the very rock rumbles, cracks, and falls. Ooh. The ceiling of the cave collapses, crushing the dragon. Let me go over here and read it. Dragon beneath tons of rock, but also smashing the crystal. You free the spirits that were trapped here, and they flock around you in gratitude. Dude, I killed a dragon. A portal has appeared to take you back to the base camp. You're welcome. Yep, you're welcome. Yeah, I did a pretty cool thing. Don't worry about it. You need not worry about the dragon's ghost. Grim Bounty. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, create a treasure token. Sorcery speed. Yeah. And it's not even exile. So 4 mana exile stuff at instant speed is something that we've gotten used to and having be pretty good. And so if this created treasure as well as that, that'd be really, really powerful. But it's not even exile. If it was exile target creature and planeswalker at sorcery speed and created treasure, then it might be worthwhile. Because we've seen 4 mana spells that go find lands be really powerful. But those required lots of green and black mana to do in the past. And those are pretty good. So destroying a creature or planeswalker, if it was just destroy target permanent, it would be pretty decent, but that would also be really busted in black. It's not a bad card, but it's also not instant speed and it doesn't exile. So in between on it. All right. So we've gone through all of them, and I think the only thing left is to complete the white one now. I'm not sure if we have to complete everything all at once. All right. That's what happens if you walk in front of a skeleton. Cool. I hadn't actually done that yet. Something about the candles, maybe? I want to figure out what to do here. So we go to the white flowers in this other room. I don't even know how many cards I've actually found yet. I probably found all of them. I'm still doing it. All right. So I'm not sure if walking in front of these skeletons does anything. I guess it's worth trying, talking to them. Did I ever talk to the statue? The eyes of the statue stone are focused on some white flowers across the garden. Hope carved on his face. So white flowers. Cool. All right. Book of Exalted Deeds, talking about the flowers or the candles. All right. So let's head back into here. Okay. I've never been in here. How did I never come into the old sewers? How about that? All right. Skitter. Arg. No. Oh, you're not one of them. Sorry. Would you like to see the art I stole from the palace? From right under their noses. The secret passage up ahead, right into the vault. For all the good it'll do you. Dude, it'll do me great good. All right, so there's 4 candles. How many candles are over here? All right. Back in the sewers again. Weird move. Your eyes adjust to the light once more, and your nose and your nose to the smell, regrettably. Ahead, you can hear running water, clinking pipes, and some giggles from a branching tunnel. All right. Don't think there's any hidden thing that I can do here. There's a bag. Cool. One, two, three, four. There are 5 candles. So if there's 5 candles, we go through the 4th one. In a surprisingly clean sewer chamber, you find a series of large sewer pipes ahead of you, and one of them must lead to the palace, maybe even the vault. Which one? All right, so I believe it's the 4th one. Oh, I did it. You crawl through the pipes and beneath the palace eventually merge into a large and secure vault with a huge white crystal stands atop a plinth, necrotic energy flickering within. This is the cold heart. Okay. No! Wanted to see the chest first. All right. Loyal Warhound, 2 mana, 3/1 vigilance. Whenever it enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than you, search your library for a basic plains card, put onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. That's a fantastic dog. That's really good. A 2 mana, 3/1 is a blade, which is already a decent stat line anyway, and then having vigilance and an extra thing on top of it actually just makes this a really good card. Typically, blades aren't playable because they're vanilla and they don't do anything extra. But this being a dog, which is already pretty fun, and just adding extra potential mana ramp for you, very powerful. So I actually like that a lot. A blinding flash of white light stills your sight for a moment, but as your vision clears, you see a shattered remains of cold heart crystal and the dying white dragon lying on the floor of the vault. The room is rapidly warming, and you can hear shouts of celebration from the door ahead. Chee-hoo! I had the power of the gods. My spells are all broken. How did you? I walked into it. It's pretty cool stuff. I have the power of steps. Fear me. Can I go back up this? All right, well. You emerge from the Palace of the Garden of Celebration. Song fills the air as the liberated temple goers enjoy their new freedoms and reaffirm connections with the god. Once cold, this palace is bathed in warm summer breeze, and the portal has appeared to summon back to the dragon. Back to the dungeon. Cool. All right, so I believe I've completed all of them. No people are in here. There was a bunch of people in here before. I have a feeling the next one I enter into, because I've completed everything, has a chance of taking me to... Okay, no. It doesn't have a chance of doing anything. All right, well, never mind. I think that's the end then here today, guys. And that is that. Is there any way to get out of this quickly? I don't think there is. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's actually check and see if there's any new spoilers that came out here really quick. Can I press E to go back to a place? I can't remember. I can build stuff? Oh, I can build my own type of thing later. That's really fun and really cool, actually. All right, let's actually check out really quick any new spoilers that came out, because I think that if there's any cards that we missed here, we'll be able to see them here, I believe. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. Actually, nothing from the last 24 hours, so it looks like they haven't gotten all the things in here yet from this. Scryfall. I jumped in here pretty quick with a lot of... So I'm not sure how many other people are getting spoilers from stuff. Yeah, this isn't anything new. So we're probably going to have to share these things. So yeah, this is probably the only place to see these for now. I hope that I found all 10 of them. I actually don't remember how many cards I found. I don't remember seeing cards in certain places. So to the left, behind the curtain, I never went to the right so I could see what's over there. And then back behind to the left is where I typically go, and I found a card there. So let's Let's go ahead and go back this way. I can't go back places because that makes sense. And I remember there was only the one here, Dragon's Fire, which is a really cool card. And we can head back to the beginning now. All right. Can I go back out of this? All right, I do believe this is everything then. Well, alrighty then. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was a fun one. This is different than the typical type of stuff that we do, and so it was a blast. Here, let me talk to some of my faces at the top now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was fun. It was interesting. We did get to see quite a few different cards. I like this over a lot of the other things that they've done in the past, so I think it's really cool. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much, and bye-bye.